Mason, you throw that lefty? Is this you, your brother and sister, your mom and dad? They got a date night?
Testing 1 2 test 1 2. Turn that field mic off. I think it's going to be loud enough without it. Testing 1 2. Test 1 2 test 1 2.
And Lon Mason's the quarterback, not the receiver. Hopefully more than one. It started a little bit ago. I still. Let's dive off, grab it, real quick, and touch the line. With a glove. They're off right now. They're both out in the field staring at each other.
friendly reminder that Granddaddy Rental is a proud sponsor of Butler Baseball. If you need it, they got it.
Test. All right, thanks everybody for coming out tonight. This is a special night in many ways. It's also kind of a bittersweet night, and so we're going to. It's going to be kind of hard to summarize 50 years combined coaching here in about 10 minutes, but I'm going to try to do this justice as best I can. I got two very special people that been with our program a long time, and are moving on. I think I need to get sick here. They're going to be retiring at the end of the season, and I'm just going to start with Steve Clark over here to my right, and otherwise known as Sparky to those that know him. But we all know behind every good coach is a great wife. So we have a little special gift for Melanie to start off here, for Melanie, who gave her husband up for 30 plus spring. And also here tonight is Katie, and we have Peyton, all right, and of course we have number 2, Carson Clark, are here tonight. Riley could not be here. I think everybody knows this is it takes a total family to get through spring after spring after spring. Yards get left unattended, jobs get left unattended. The kids may have to do more than normal. Is that right, Peyton? Or maybe not. But so anyways, I'm just going to kind of go back on memory lane here a bit with Steve. So when I got hired here in 1992, 92, 93, so it was actually the spring of 93. Steve was actually the freshman coach for Coach Costello, Cassie. And I coached under Cassie for a couple of years, and of course, so I was the JV coach. Spark was the freshman coach, so we got to know each other. And then when I got the head coaching job, Steve stayed on with our staff, and he's been with our program ever since. So it's been 30 years, 29 plus. I don't know if you count last year as a season and played part. Did a lot of practicing, didn't get to play any games, so we're going to say 30 years he's been a part of the Aviator baseball program. Steve did our freshman for about 5 or 6 years, and then me and Chief started getting old. We needed another guy. So Spark came up to help me and Chief out, and he's been with the Varsity for 20-some seasons. And it's been a great ride. Got a lot of good times. A lot of good wins. Unfortunately, we've had some tough losses along the way too, but it's been a great ride. And so in that time, Steve was an outfielder in college, and so the natural progression was he took care of our outfielders, did a great job with our outfielders, and he was kind of our behind-the-scenes guy as far as scouting reports, stats, and he was also our Mr. Google Map. We'll probably be late to every game next year because Spark's not going to be around. Spark, I think he knows every road in every city, and he at least knows what the ballpark is. But he's been a great guy behind the scenes. you know, I don't know, there's not too many players he doesn't know. He knows their tendencies, and it's something that I've never really had to worry about because Steve has always taken care of that aspect of the game. And I guess I just kind of took it for granted, so I don't know who's going to step up for that next year. Matty, is that going to be you? Yeah, possibly. But so he's done a great job with that, and he obviously took part, and his kids were very good athletes. Carson obviously is having a fine season for us right now, so he also spent a lot of time with them, and he's just a great baseball guy, and he's been a great friend to me the entire time. You know, the only negative of Sparky is he is a Steeler fan, and but I guess we all have our faults. But I don't know if we're going to get that out of him or not. Probably one of the best Sparky stories we've had was Ben Neely's back here. He probably remembers this. It was our 2000 season. The house right there behind that tree. Brett Salisbury hit a moonshot foul ball that actually, that's kind of a tri-level house, went into the bottom level, went through the glass, and hit a lady on the toilet. And so immediately we heard the glass. So we go over there, find out what happened, and the lady was done with her business, got up, and told us, there's the restroom, glass, and believe it or not, the ball's still laying there. And we could tell that she was taking care of business because Sparky says, damn, knocked the crap right out of that one. So that story's kind of lived for the ages. So that was a good one. But so Steve, I guess I really can't give you anything other than my friendship. And but a big thank you for not only your hours of energy and effort to our program, but your friendship. We got a little something for you. All right, now on to the Chiefs side here. So, Tracy, Mr. Roberts has something special for you as well. There's many springs that we stole your husband. We have Taylor here. We have Cassie. We got another little chief in there. All right. Kayla could not be tonight. Kayla lives in Minnesota, so she would have had a big hike to get here. So the Chief story, first of all, I call Chief, and he calls me Chief, and I know it's kind of weird, but that's just kind of how we roll. But so when I moved up to the varsity job in 1995, Tracy worked for Steve with the city rec, and I don't know, were you guys married? 95? 95, right? So they were recently married. And I got the job, and I was looking for his coach, and Steve recommended Scott. So I think we met once, and the Chief was in. And it was me and Chief for several years, and you know, it was interesting. We had a guy named Corey Vance early in our career that made us look like really good coaches. We got off to a really good start, made some regional runs, won a lot of games, and had a lot of great moments. And so then Sparky came on, and eventually, as the older we got, we needed another one. Bardo, now we're getting even older. We got another one on this year. The arms are getting a little tired, but Chief is quiet. He's kind of like the quiet assassin. Chief's one of the more competitive guys you ever get to know. I don't care if it's ping pong. I don't think I've ever beaten him. Pool, euchre, whatever it is, very, very competitive. And he brings it out here. He wants to win, and he will do anything for our program to win a baseball game. His mojo is kind of, as I said, a quiet persona. early in our career, I remember telling Chief, you just think, I'll say it. And it worked for a lot of years. It was a good thing. But his role, he was a catcher at Wright State. He was a fabulous hitter for Wright State. And so he obviously works a lot with our hitters and catchers. He usually, and I think the guys can attest to this, his approach is, it's a quiet approach where he doesn't want to do it in front of everybody. He'll take you behind the scenes and I'll work with you. And it's had a lot of success over the years. I guess one guy that sticks out that Chief really worked with is a guy named Chris Abshire, who, as of now, holds our batting average, season batting average record. And Chief did work with him behind the scenes. And actually, he wasn't that great a hitter before Chief got a hold of him and turned into quite a hitter. So it was just one of many stories that I can attest to Chief. We've spent a lot of time on the phone. I don't know how many times, is somebody tracking how many times we've talked over the years, just trying to get an opinion on what we should do, in certain situations, who we should play, who we should pitch. But it's been a lot of hours that we've done that. And one story that really sticks out to me with Chief is this was in 2000, so Ben Neely, this was your year again. I don't know if you remember that year, but the scrimmages that year, I think we went down, played Fairfield, Lakota West, and a few other good teams down south, and we were awful. And me and Chief sat on the porch till about 4 in the morning, trying to figure out if we'd ever win 5 games, let alone go to Columbus, which we ended up doing that year. But somewhere between midnight and 4, Chief, we got a few things right. I'm not sure how we did, but we did. And, you know, we did, you know, there was a lot of that went on, just a lot of brainstorming together, trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But, Chief, it's been a great ride. And, like I said, not only have you been a great coach, but you've been a great friend to me and the rest of the guys in our program. All right, we're going here shortly.
You're listening to Central Ohio High School Baseball on CBUS Sports Radio. The Subway restaurant, located at 8675 Sankis Boulevard, brings delicious ingredients and mouth-watering flavors and billions of sandwich, salad, and wrap combinations for you to select.
2.
Sports Radio, the Subway Sankus pregame show. Starting lineups for tonight's game for the Olentangy Orange Pioneers. Caden Konzak leading it off, playing center field. Matt Wolf will pitch tonight, wearing number 22, hitting in the 2 spot. Josh Lazier over at second base, wears number 12. Number 11, Cole Cahill, is the DH. Logan Shearer at first base will wear number 3. Austin Knupp in left field wears number 8. Number 4, Connor Till behind the plate. Rocco Leonetti down at third base wears number 7, and Sam Sells over in right field wears number 1, hitting in the 9 hole. For the Aviators of Butler High School, Quentin Hall will lead it off and play first base. Quentin wears number 13. Number 2, Carson Clark, the shortstop, wears number 2, hitting in the 2 hole. Boston Smith, the catcher, wears number 16. Caden Eichmann will hit in the 4th spot, wears number 15, and will pitch tonight. Mike Masters in left field wears number 26. Bryce Eichmann in center field wearing number 9. Cameron Hendricks in right field wearing number 6. Number 10, Austin Flory at second base, and number 8, Kason Bennett over at third base. So we'll turn this over to the PA announcer here at Butler High School in Vandalia, Ohio.
The starting lineup for your Butler Aviators. In left field, number 26, Mike Masters. In center field, number 9, Bryce Eschman. In right field, number 6, Cameron Benny Hendricks. At third base, number 3, Dylan Hartman. At shortstop, number 2, Carson Clark. At second base, number 10, Austin Flory. At third base, number 13, Quentin Hall. Your catcher, number 16, Boston Smith. And pitching today for the Aviators, number 15, Caden Eschman. And the designated hitter, number 8, Kason Bennett. The rest of the Aviators squad, number 1, Drew Taylor. Number 4, Caden Forces. Number 5, Jack Williams. Number 11, Matt Heater. Number 12, Josh Morris. Number 17, Evan Abels. Number 18, Gage Harrison. Number 21, Tyler Severance. Number 23, Mitchell Thomas. Number 27, Jacob Dejo. And number 30, Joe Mindy. Butler coached by Trent Hughes. Assisted by Steve Clark, Scott Thompson, Mike Barnero, and Matt Roberts. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and all those who have served or are currently serving in the military, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, face the flag for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
You're listening to Central Ohio High School Baseball on CBUS Sports Radio. Packed house tonight here at Vandalia High School, Butler High School in Vandalia, Ohio, as the Aviators welcome in the Olentangy Orange Pioneers. Dimensions here at the ballpark, left field fairly deep, 347 down the line, 356 in the gap. I'd say 375 to 380 straight away in center field. No sign designating that. 340 over in right center field, and down the line 300 with a 25-foot fence on the short porch in right field. Aviators wearing their home gold uniforms trimmed in gold and white slacks, purple hats. Olentangy Orange, their road grays, blue hats, blue numerals, orange trim, both with nice looking uniforms here tonight. Lights are on, house is packed. Standing room only here at Butler High School. Probably the most crowded press box I've seen all season for a high school baseball game. Several teams, media outlets here are streaming and audio broadcasting, as well as CBUS Sports Radio. Turf infield, grass outfield. Very nice facility here. Easy drive over Interstate 70 to get here from Columbus tonight. We appreciate the Aviators Athletic Department allowing us to pipe our live stream into their YouTube video stream. So getting ready to start it off, leading it off for the Olentangy Orange Pioneers, Caden Konzak. Konzak played his baseball, or further his baseball career at the University of Toledo. Left-handed hitter, center fielder. Had a good game last night at home in that 8-0 win over their OCC Central rival, the Olentangy Liberty Patriots. So Konzak steps in. Matt Wolf on deck. In on the grass at third base. Ground ball, 4.5. Oh, gets through. Opens it up. First pitch, first hit for Caden Konzak.
Now batting, number 22, the pitcher, Matt Wolf.
Matt Wolf signed to play on at Vanderbilt. Had a great night last night at shortstop in that win, as mentioned. He'll do the pitching tonight. So Konzak over at first base, good speed. I'll set you defensively for Vandalia Butler in just a sec. Once again, third baseman in on the grass. First offering, fastball lifted into center field, right at the center fielder. That's Eichmann, and brings it down. Throw back over to first base, not in time as he tried to double up Caden Konzak and let off just a little bit too far. So
number 12, the second baseman, Josh Leisure.
So Leisure, the Wright State signee, got picked up the win last night in that win over Liberty. I guess the Pioneers today traveled over to Wright State to take on that afternoon game. So Leisure steps in from the right side. Quick throw over to first base, and Konzak back easily. From the stretch. Runner goes. Throw down to second base, and not in time as Konzak gets the steal. Ball on the pitch. Nice throw there by Boston Smith. Close play. Konzak was able to get his hand to the bag before the tag was applied. Nice throw by Smith. He will be attending University of Cincinnati. Actually, he called that a strike, folks, so 0-1. So Leisure in scoring position for the Pioneers. Konzak at second, Leisure at the plate, 180 feet away to plate the first Pioneers run of the night. Ground ball, shortstop, bobbles it, quick throw over to first in time. Nice play as Carson Clark, 6-3 on the putout.
Up next, number 11, the designated hitter, Cole Cahill.
Cole Cahill, the designated hitter tonight, usually plays at first base. Hits from the left side. Masters, Eichmann, and Hendricks in the outfield, left to right. Long look in for Caden Eichmann on the mound from the stretch once again. Fastball at the knees for strike one. Coach Tom Marker down at third base. Kind of looks like the New York Mets tonight for the Pioneers in those road grays. Off-speed pitch catches the plate as well. 0-2, so Cahill's down in the count. Outfield fairly deep straight away. Infield pull back now with 2 outs. 0-2 offering. Fouled out of belly to third base side. So Cole was able to slap that out of play, stay alive now. Still 0-2 in the count. Bennett, Clark, Flory, and Hall in the infield. Battery is Smith and Caden Eichmann. Comes set once again. Fastball slaps it backside, shortstop, throws across, not in time, as a runner is safe. It's going to plate the first run of the game for the Olentangy Orange Pioneers. So Cole Cahill legs out an infield single. Nice defensive play there by Carson as he goes deep in the hole. And bang, bang, just beat it at first base. 1-0 your score, top of 1. Logan Shear steps in. Logan playing first base tonight for the blue and orange. Cahill takes his lead at first base. Eichmann once again from the stretch. Fastball pops it up on the infield. Second baseman comes in. That Flory makes the play. 3 outs. Third out of the inning. 1 hit. 2 hits, excuse me. 1 run across, 1 left. C-Bus Sports Radio.
2 hits, 1 run.
The Subway restaurant, located at 8675 Sankis Boulevard, brings delicious ingredients and mouth-watering flavors and billions of sandwich, salad, and wrap combinations for you to select. An alternative to traditional fast food, we offer freshly cut vegetables, toppings, protein, and freshly baked bread to create the perfect meal with freshly baked cookies, all at a great value. Talented sandwich artists are ready to take your order in person, online, and from our Subway app. The Subway restaurant, located 8675 Sankis Boulevard.
You're listening to C-Bus Sports Radio. Central Ohio's internet home for high school sports.
Moving to the bottom half of the first inning, 1-0 your score. Olentangy Orange, the number 1 team in the state, taking on the number 4 team, Vandalia Butler Aviators, as they come to bat here. Defensively, Knupp, Konzak, and Sells across the outfield, left to right. Leonetti, Chauvin, Leisure, and Shear. Battery is Till. Matt Wolf on the mound tonight for the Olentangy Orange Patriots. As mentioned, he'll be attending Vanderbilt University. The junior has another year of eligibility. Leading it off for the Aviators is Quentin Hall, number 13.
Quentin Hall.
He's going to play baseball at Eastern Kentucky University, plays first base. First pitch, fastball, catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Wolf in the low to mid-80s on his fastball. Hall hits from the left side. Ground ball up the middle, off the glove. Going to be a tough play for Leisure, not in time. So infield single to lead it off for Quentin Hall.
Up next, the shortstop, number 2, Carson Clark.
Off the glove of Matt Wolf as he tried to glove it. Leisure was out of position as he was going towards the middle to make the play. Carson Clark steps in. Also hitting from the left side. So nobody out here in the top or bottom half of the first inning. Fastball just misses inside for ball 1. Last night, the Aviators knocked off Cincinnati Elder. I believe the score was 3-1 in that contest. Runner goes, foul tip back to the screen. Hall had a great jump, evens it up at 1-1. Boston Smith, the catcher, on deck. Young man will be a Bearcat. 7 home runs, I believe, on the year. I'm trying to pull up the stats from the Miami Valley League website. Fantastic website. Throw over back in time as Hall gets his hand in. There we go. I knew it was on this website somewhere. So working from the stretch, Matt Wolf, the right-hander, comes set, working from the left side of the rubber. Line drive picked off by Logan Shearer. He's going to double up Quentin Hall. Heck of a defensive play. Carson Clark put a rope on it.
Butler, the catcher,
Fantastic
16,
play on the line drive there by Logan Shearer. Nothing else that Quentin Hall could do as Boston Smith steps in. He'll hit from the left side, so 3 left-handers in a row for Coach Trent Dews and the Aviators. First pitch, fastball right down the middle. Smith hitting .403, 7 dingers, 38 RBIs. Next offering with a ball. Just missed the zone. Steps out. Going to take his time, step back in now. Rocks and fires from the windup, ground ball, first base side, foul. So 1-2, Wolf ahead in the count. Working quickly. Leonetti on the grass at third, just off the plate, ball 2, excuse me. So 2-2 your count. He calls time once again. Deep in the box, back foot on the line on the left side. Wolf winds up and hits him on the upper arm. So hits Batman. He will take his base down to first. So second base runner of the inning for the Aviators.
The pitcher, number 15, Caden Escherman.
Caden Eichmann, the pitcher, steps in, another left-handed hitter. Not sure if any of these kids are switch hitters or not. First time had the opportunity to do Vandalia Butler. Fantastic facility, hospitality as well. So fairly good lead over at first base for Smith. Fastball down low, just misses inside, 1-0. Coach Dews down at third base, over 500 wins in his high school head coaching career. Calls time once again as he steps out to compose himself, and Wolf and Till trying to get on the same page. Quick throw over. Smith back easily. Long look in now. He takes his sign and comes set. Runner goes. Fastball down low, gets away from Caden Till. So 2-0, gets the stolen base as well. Austin Smith for catcher moves very well, folks. Very athletic. You can tell that just by watching him run down the baseline. Completely understandable just by what I've seen so far why he's got a D1 offer and accepted that offer to play at UC. So runner at second base now, 2 outs in the inning. Your count is 2-0. Swing and a miss, couldn't catch the fastball. Outfield fairly straight away, kind of pulled over to right field and center. About 10 feet off the fence, the warning track in right field is Sam Sells. Rocks and fires, 2-1, can't catch that off-speed pitch. So 2-2, he evens it up. Austin Knupp over in left field, deep left field line, 347 down the line, 356 in the alley and left center. So 2-2 count. Eichmann steps back in. Wolf brings his offering. Curveball stays up and away, full count now. Eichmann, 479 on this season, 25 RBIs, 34 hits. He'll be playing at Lakeland Community College in Eton, Illinois. So ball 4. So Wolf walks.
Now batting, The left fielder,
Eichmann.
number 26, Mike Masters.
Mike Masters steps in, the left fielder. Mike wears number 26. Senior hitting .314, 27 ribbies on the year. 4 doubles. On base percentage of .455. He'll hit from the right side. First right-handed hitter that Wolf has faced tonight. Fastball catches the outside edge for strike 1. So Wolf at 17 pitches in this inning. Like to end the threat right now. Runners go. Ball gets away from Till once again. Play at the plate. Ball is there. And he's safe. He tagged him late. That is a good call. Wolf tagged him on top of the foot as he already hit the plate. So double steal on ball. 1-1 is your count. Wow, or pass ball on the catcher to allow the runner to advance. So he comes home on the pass ball. Good effort there. Was able to get to the plate just in time. The pitcher applied the tag on the top of the foot. It was on top of the plate. So it was a good call. Sat right on top of it. Fastball stays up and away, so 2-1. Coach Marker came to ask for an explanation. He got one. He understood. I mean, it was a good call. So knotted up at 1, still a run 90 feet away for the Aviators. That ball's lifted into right field, RBI single, as Masters able to punch home the go-ahead run.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 9, Bryce Eshelman.
Bryce Eshelman steps in, the senior. .385 on the season, .515 on base percentage, 3 triples, 1 double, 14 ribbies. 11 stolen bases to go along with that. He'll hit from the left side, so runner at first with 2 outs in the inning. Line drive, that's hit into right field as well, so back-to-back singles. Runner's going to have to stop at second as Sells quickly gets the ball in.
Next for Butler, the right fielder, number 6, Cameron Hendricks.
Cameron Hendricks now steps in, the right fielder. He wears number 6. So 3 hits in the inning, back-to-back singles, driving in the go-ahead run now. So Wolf at 21 pitches, not the start I'm sure Coach Tom Marker wanted for his number 2 man in the staff. Curveball stays up, a little elevated. Not much bite to that curveball in that situation. Leonetti in on the grass once again. That fastball stays outside, 2-0. So the Aviators swinging the composite very well in the bottom of the first inning here. Wolf comes set, looks back at seconds once again. 3 times, keeps an eye on Masters. Foul tip off of Connor Till. So 2-1 your count. Outfield now pulled over in center field. Left center field just a bit is Caden Konzak. Nup awful shallow in left field. Still a runner at first and second. Foul tip once again. So it evens it up at 2-2. Lights are on here at Vandalia Butler High School. As Hendricks deep in the box here. Fastball, ground ball back up the middle. Chauvin takes it off the tip. 1-6-3 on the putout as Wolf got a hand on the ball. We're going to the top half of 2. Aviators on top, 2-1, C-Bus Sports Radio.
They hailed from far-flung places called Flin Flon, South Porcupine, and Thunder Bay. Some bore menacing names like Terrible Ted, Wild Willie, and Battleship Bob. 5 decades ago, this band of bladed brothers was revered by some, reviled by others, but respected by all. Their steady diet of buses, blue lines, and bruises set the course for professional hockey in Ohio's capital city. Relive the glory of the Checkers, Golden Seals, and Owls, and get a glimpse into an era that featured healthy men and ill tempers, colorful characters, controversy, pucks, pugilism. They all await in this look at International Hockey League lore. International Incidents, now available on Vimeo.com.
Olentangy coming up for their second at bat, trailing 2-1. The Orange, good start for the Aviators. Bouncing back after going down 1 run in the top of the first and able to get 3 hits and push 2 across.
Number 6, Charlie Chauvin.
Actually, Austin Knupp is the left fielder hitting. Chauvin's being DH for tonight. So first offering to Austin, fly ball into right field. Right fielder comes in. That's Hendricks, makes a nice play.
Now batting, number 4, the catcher, Connor Till.
Connor Till steps in, going to King University, the battery mate of Matt Wolf tonight. Connor wears number 4. He'll hit from the right side. After taking the signs from Coach Tom Marker, steps in, gets ready to go. Eichmann rocks and fires. Off-speed pitch, catches the outside edge for strike 1. Good-looking breaking pitch right there. Number 1 versus number 4. The crowd is excited here at Vandalia High School. Till fouls it back into the screen. He's down in the count 0-2. So ahead in the count, though, Eichmann will toe the rubber from the right side. He rocks and fires. Does not chase a high fastball. Count 1-2. Steps back in. Takes his sign from Mr. Smith. Curveball hits him on the, looks like the rib cage as he'll trot down to first base. So we have our second hits batter of the game, 1 for each team.
The third baseman, number 7, Rollo Leonetti.
Rocco Leonetti steps in. Rocco playing third base. Last night he was DH for, so hasn't had an at-bat. So Rocco steps in, first base occupied by Connor Till. 1 out in the inning, top half of first, 2-1. Orange on the bottom side of a 2-1 score. Ball down in the dirt, nice job by Boston Smith, dropping and blocking that one. But these catchers really love having this turf facility here. Don't have to worry about the divots. You're not taking on wild pitches. Weird spins, pretty true spin off the turf. Till, throw over, he dives back in easily as Quentin Hall flips it back over to his pitcher. Bennett once again in on the grass on Leonetti. Till bouncing around down at first, not much of a lead. Leonetti, ball gets past the catcher. He's going to go down to second base is Connor Till. Pass ball sends him down to second base. So 180 feet away, Pioneers trying to get that run back to knot it up at 2s. On deck, the right fielder, Sam Sells. Okay, Neishman looks in, long look in at his battery mate, Boston Smith. Looks back at second, comes set now. One more look at Tillman. Fastball up and away. 3-0 is your count. Pretty sure it'll be a take situation here for Rocco as Coach Marker flashed a quick sign down at third base. Eichmann comes set once again, rocks and fires, fastball, strike one. 3-1 your count. Luckily, I got here early tonight. Press box is full of media tonight covering this 1-4 matchup. Appreciate the athletic department and the baseball department here at Butler High School for allowing CBUS Sports Radio to track west tonight. Fastball, strike two. Nice velocity from the fastball from Eichmann. It's a full count, 1 out in the inning. Connor Till, the Pioneer catcher at second base. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strikes him out.
Up next for Olentangy.
So Sam Sells will step in now.
Sam Sells.
Sells hits from the right side. Wears number 1. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. CBUS Sports Radio. Sells up on the plate just a bit. Open stance. Eichmann will come set now and take the sign from Smith. Fakes a throw back to second. Connor Kill face first. Back into the sack. Long look in once again. Set up on the outside part of the plate. Foul ball out of play, right field. First base side. So down in the count, 0-1. Sam steps back in. Eichmann looking in at Boston Smith, goes through the signs. Finally decide they're in agreement on one. Masters over in right field, pushes towards left center now, and throw back to second as play was on for the Aviators as Eichmann throws it back to the shortstop Clark, and Till was able to get in easily. So come set once again. Quick look back. Fastball, outside edge, strike two. Good velocity. I have to say low to mid 80s. Could be off a mile or two there. But down in the count, Sells tough at bat now. Fastball stays high, wasted that pitch up. So Eichmann still ahead in the count, 1-2. Comes set, looks back once again, quick look, a second look. Till taking a secondary lead here. Fastball rings him up inside part of the plate, strike three. One runner on, nobody across, still 2-1, bottom half of two, CBUS Sports Radio.
Welcome to today's contest. This is Tom Hamilton. You know how much I care about the Cleveland Indians, and I care a lot about high school sports too. That's why I'm asking you to do what it takes to make this contest great. Show respect for every athlete, coach, official, administrator, and even your fellow fans on both sides. So please, follow the rules and speak and act responsibly. Remember, we're all in this together for an exciting contest, a fair outcome, and a great time. On behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and Waste Management, let's make today's contest great. Let's respect the game.
Hi, I'm former Major League Baseball All-Star Al Oliver. When I played, I tried to make it a simple game, like see the ball, hit the ball. But trust me, sports are not that simple. Try to remember that when you watch an interscholastic athletics contest, where everyone is trying their best in a game they all love. So please be courteous and set an example that reflects positively on your school and community. Let's remember, too, respect the game.
Bottom half of 2-1 your score. Aviators on top of the
Austin Flory.
Austin Flory steps in, the freshman. Austin hitting .379. 11 RBIs, 3 doubles on the season. So Matt Wolf rocks and fires. Foul ball tipped, I should say. Easy for me to say, right? So fastball there, strike 2. Down in the count, 0-2. Flory outside corner, strike 3 as he chases the fastball. First out of the inning for the Aviators.
Hitter, number 8, Kason Bennett.
Kason Bennett steps in, the DH tonight. He'll hit from the left side. First offering, foul tip back up into the screen. So Kason down in the count, 0-1. Coach Tom Marker is hoping for a quick inning here for Matt Wolf. Leonetti in on the grass at third. Another foul tip. So ahead in the count, 0-2. Matt's at 31 pitches so far through 1 1/3. Eichmann's been through 2 with only 24 total. Curveball stays up and away. 1-2's your count. Matt's having a hard time locating his off-speed pitches tonight. More of a slider on that pitch. Long look in. Mr. Bennett wants to call time. Umpire grants his wish. On deck, Quentin Hall, the leadoff hitter. Another foul tip out of play. So Bennett fighting that pitch off. Konzak in center field, shaded over towards the left side and fairly shallow. Foul tip once again, battling at the plate is Kason Bennett. So quality AB for that young man. Number 4 versus number 1 tonight. The Aviators on top of Orange here. Bottom half of 2, 1 out. Matt Wolf, 1-2. Swing and a miss, takes something off of that one. Gets his second strikeout of the inning for the Vanderbilt commitment.
The first baseman, Quentin Hall.
So Hall steps in, he singled his first time up. Went off the pitcher and kicked laser. Couldn't get back over to it as he was trying to corral the ball heading up the middle, and Hall moves very well. Eastern Kentucky signee. His second attempt at the plate tonight. 2 outs in the inning. Fastball fights it off, foul, out of play, straight back. Quentin Hall hitting .368, 19 RBIs, 4 doubles. 32 hits and 87 official at-bats. So 0-1 pitch. Fastball inside, it catches the edge. 0-2, he's down in the count now. .02 pitch. Just slaps at it to stay alive. Sends it over the dugout on third base. As mentioned, 2 streams going tonight, 2 audio broadcasts as well. We piped our stream into the Vandalia. Slow roller to Leisure at first. 4-3 the putout. 1-2-3 inning for Matt Wolf. Exactly what the Pioneers wanted. Going to the top half of 3. Still 2-1 C-Bus Sports Radio.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Ohio high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Thank you for tuning in to CBUS Sports Radio for tonight's broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CBUS Sports Radio, all one word, for live updates on all our broadcasts. You can also listen to our broadcast archives on demand on our website, www.cbussportsradio.com.
Thank you, Jonathan, for that announcement. Next CBUS Sports Radio broadcast will be Wednesday night as we're over at Thomas Worthington as they'll host the Central District sectional final against the winner of the Celtic Scioto Irish matchup. Cardinals with the 16 seed in the Central District Division I. On Thursday night, Mitchell will be over at Watterson as the 8th-seeded Eagles take on the winner of the Red Raiders and the Heath Bulldog game. Both those games, 5 o'clock on CBUS Sports Radio. So Caden Konzak back to the top of the order. He'll lead it off here in the bottom of the third. First pitch, first hit single off of Eichmann in the first inning. He was able to score the first run of the game as well. So the left-hander sets in. Eichmann comes set, working from the stretch. Curveball and a beauty on the outside corner for strike one. Most of these young pitchers anymore, these starting pitchers, they will pitch the entire time from the stretch. They're more comfortable that way. So Konzak, as mentioned, is going to be a rocket. Swings at an off-speed pitch down in the turf for strike two. So he's down in the count 0-2. Both these schools well represented with players that will be moving on to the next level. I'll try to mention those as each player comes up tonight. 0-2 count. Eichmann's come set. Konzak in the box. Fastball taps it into the dugout over on the first base side as his teammates scurry just a bit. Looks like there's a few Northmont players in the crowd tonight as well. Wanted to catch this 1-4 state matchup. So still 0-2. Eichmann looks in, takes a sign from Boston Smith. He'll come set. And he hits him. So second hits batter tonight for Eichmann. Third total in the game.
Number 22, Matt Wolf.
So that ball bounced in and hit him, but it still hits batsman. And Wolf steps into the second time up. He flew out to the center fielder his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Bennett down at third base. Long look in. He looks over at Konzak. Konzak with great speed. Eichmann comes set. Average lead at this point over at first. Fastball. Strike one on the inside part of the plate. Not the look that Matt Wolf was looking for. Quick throw over, not in time as Konzak gets back in head first. Quentin Hall slaps the tag on him. So toes up the right side of the rubber. Another quick throw. Nice dig there by Quentin Hall. Not much territory here, or foul territory here at Vandalia Butler High School. Short backstop as well. Bullpens in the respective foul territories down the first and third base line. Konzak goes, throw down to second. That's going to be in time, caught stealing. Boston Smith with a BB down to second base. Konzak gets caught stealing. 2-6 on the putout. So he got rid of that ball in a hurry. You can see why the Bearcats want that young man. So they get the leadoff man on with a hit by pitch. He gets thrown out, caught stealing for the first out of the inning. Count is 1-1. The pitch on the steal was a ball inside. That fastball inside as well, but called a strike. 1-2. So painting the black on the inside part of the plate is Caden Eichmann. Long look in. He and Boston Smith are now in agreement on the signs. 1-2 pitch. Foul straight back. Got a nice piece of it. Josh Lazier on deck for the Orange Pioneers. Eichmann doing a good job stifling the bats of the Pioneers so far in this contest. 1-2-0-2 for the Orange Pioneers. Ball lifted into right field. Hendricks underneath it, makes the play. So the second out of the inning. So Josh Lazier will step up. Line score for Butler, Vandalia Butler, the Aviators, 2-3-0-2. So far a cleanly played contest defensively. Lazier grounded out to Carson Clark at shortstop his first time up. Josh hits with that open stance. He'll close it up when he starts the swing. Fastball stays up for ball one. As mentioned, good velocity from Eichmann. Low to mid 80s. I could be off just a little bit. We don't have a gun with us tonight. You can tell by the pop of the glove. 1-0 pitch. Foul straight back. So it evens it up at 1-1, 2 outs in the top half of the third. Your score is 2-1, C-Bus Sports Radio. Glad you could tune in tonight. Nothing like high school baseball on Saturday night. Off-speed pitch just stays down and away, or down and in, excuse me. 2-1 the count. Stadium just off the street. Street parking is full. Parking lot is full. Packed house tonight here at Vandalia Butler. Line drive into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Lazier stays back and slaps that into left field. So Cole Cahill step in the DH tonight. Cahill hit an infield single in the 5.5 hole his first time up, where Carson Clark went and got it, just not enough on it to catch the speedy Cahill down the line. Great defensive play by Clark. So 2 outs in the inning. Pioneers trying to get closer back into this game in this inning. Off-speed pitch and a beauty. Starts him off, strike one. Off-speed pitch, mid-70s, I'd say. Nice change of pace. The fastball has a bit of a giddy-up on it. Takes the sign, comes set. Another off-speed pitch, catches the corner, so down on the count, Cahill. 0-2. Boston Smith talking to his pitcher. Remember, it's 0-2. Don't want to give him anything to hit here as they call time. As Quentin Hall comes over and talks to his pitcher briefly from first base. So Cahill will step back in. Down on the count, 0-2. Throw over. Lazier back into the base fairly easily. Long look in as Boston Smith runs through the signs. Wastes one up high with fastball. Cahill did not chase. 71 degrees at game time tonight. No wind to speak of. Flag down the left field line. Just draped straight down. So throw over as Leisure and Eichmann playing cat and mouse. So again, quick look over, comes set, has his sign. Ground ball up the middle. Clark able to get it, flip it to second, in time. 6-4 on the putout. Nice defensive play by Carson Clark as he flips it backhanded over to Flore to retire Leisure. Going to the bottom half of the third inning. Still 2-1, CBUS Sports Radio.
Welcome to today's game. This is Paul Keels, and you know how much I love broadcasting the Buckeyes, but I also love high school sports. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to set a good example and make this a fun and safe experience for the kids involved. I know this game means so much to the players, coaches, and fans. Well, high school sports are about much more than the wins and losses. They teach life lessons that will be with the players long after their playing days are over. Good luck to both teams, and remember to respect the game.
Not only can the OHSAA's online fan guide help you get from here to the tournament game there, but it can also help you relive the sights and sounds of a great high school sporting event. The fan guide has driving directions to regional and state tournaments and ticket information, including several online ticketing options. If the game is out of town, a list of area hotels and restaurants is there too. After the game, the fan guide has apparel and OHSAA gear, official programs, DVDs, and photos. It's the OHSAA fan guide. Log on to ohsaa.org/fan guide today.
Getting back to play here, bottom half of the third inning, 2-1 your score. The Aviators of Butler High School on top of the Olentangy Orange Pioneers.
Butler, the shortstop, number 2, Carson Clark.
Carson Clark steps into the plate. Carson 0 for 1, hit a line drive that doubled up Quentin Hall in the first inning, hit a BB. But Logan Shearer was able to snare it to complete the double play. Clark also several spectacular defensive plays in the field. Fastball inside part of the plate for strike one. Looks like he threw him a changeup. Pulled that fastball foul down the right field line. So down in the count, 0-2. Leonetti takes a couple steps back now. He's still on the grass. Ground ball up the middle. Leisure gets to it, flips over. Not in time as the ball gets away. Infield single. Ball once again was hit off of Matt Wolf's glove, and Leisure unable to float it down, wasn't able to get to it quickly enough. So that's going to be another infield single. Tough play for the second baseman going up the middle as well. So Boston Smith comes to the plate. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. As mentioned, 7 home runs on the season for Boston Smith, 36 RBIs. Right field, 300 down the line, but a 25-foot fence. Might be closer to 30-foot. 346 in the alley and right center. So Wolf comes set. Rocks and fires, pops him up. Shallow left field. Nupp goes in or comes in and makes a play as he calls off Chauvin at shortstop. So first out of the inning.
Up next for Butler.
Nice communication between the left fielder and the shortstop. Caden Eichmann, the pitcher, he drew a walk his first time up. Pioneers would like nothing but a ground ball up the middle to twist it and get out of this inning so they can get back and try to get the composite going. Quick throw over, and Clark not even taking a step off the bag. Till flashing the signs. They come into agreement. He comes set. Wolf steps off and throws over quickly. Clark back easily. As mentioned, the catcher for the Pioneers going to King University. Ground ball, first base side, foul. So Wolf ahead in the count, 0-1. 44 pitches, 13 balls, 31 strikes for the junior right-hander. So Eichmann steps back in after a long look down at third base. Another throw over as Shearer grabs that wide throw from Matt Wolf. Back to play, he comes set now. Ball into left field, back, goes Nupp. Gets underneath it, close to the line, makes the play for the second out of the inning. So the runner has to hold up. The play was in front of him. Mike Masters steps in. Mike hit a single in the right field. Responsible for driving home a run. Very few right-handed hitters in the lineup tonight for Aviators. Runner goes at second. Ball is outside, and Till has to get back to the backstop. Is unable to glove it. So down to second base on the wild pitch goes Clark. Ball on the pitch. So 2 outs in the inning. Runner in scoring position now. As mentioned, Masters had an RBI single in that first inning. Low went outside, ball 2. Nice looking pitch on the corner, was not called. Looks back at second. Clark with great speed. Ground ball, third base side. Coach Dews gets out of the way there. So 2-1 your count as Masters pulled that fastball foul. Bryce Eichmann on deck, the center fielder. Number 1 versus number 4. Great matchup. Packed house tonight here at Vandalia Butler High School. Look back. Comes to the plate. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. Could not catch it. So evens the count up at 2-2. So Wolf looking for the punch out here to get out of the inning. Connor Till goes through the signs. He comes set now. Looks back one time. He's going to bring it to the plate. Off-speed pitch just misses. Takes the count to full. That's a good-looking pitch. It's hard to take that pitch there. So Coach Tom Marker coming out, called time, brings his infield in. So Coach Marker has his group together. Next broadcast, C-Bus Sports Radio, will be Wednesday night over at Thomas Worthington High School as the Cards welcome in the winner of the Dublin-Scioto, Dublin-Jerome contest. That's a 5 o'clock first pitch. We'll be on the air about 4:50. Then Mitchell will take the Division II game Thursday night. Watterson hosts the winner of Heath or London. That game also at 5. Mitch will be on the air at 5, 4:50, 4:55 or so. So full count. Masters steps back in. Conference is over on the mound. Chauvin playing cat and mouse. Wolf decides to step off. Looks like he's going to bring from the stretch. Fastball's fouled, out of play, right field side. Masters a .314 hitter with 27 RBIs. 22 hits and 70 at bats. Stays outside, ball 4, so he walks him.
For Butler, number 9, the center fielder, Bryce Eschemann.
Eschemann steps in. Bryce, the center fielder. He's 1 for 1. They hit back-to-back singles, he and Masters to Marine Corps. Young. Congratulations to him. My son just got out of the Army 2 weeks ago, so hats off to all those gentlemen. Protect our country. Line drive to left field. Nupp's right there to make the play for the third out of the inning. Runner aboard, two aboard, nobody across. Going to the top of the fourth inning, 2-1, CBUS Sports Radio.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Ohio knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Ohio needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
You're listening to CBUS Sports Radio. Central Ohio's internet home for high school sports.
Top of four, CBUS Sports Radio, 2-1. Aviators on top. Logan Shearer lead it off for the Orange Pioneers. Going to be 5, 6, and 7 for Coach Tom Marker.
Number 3, Logan Shearer.
He popped up his first time to the second baseman. Austin Knupp on deck for the Pioneers. Eichmann comes set. Rocks and fires. Bounces the pitch in the turf. Ball 1. Takes a quick look down at Coach Tom Marker. Steps back in. Takes a sign from Boston Smith, his battery mate. From the stretch, that catches the corner. Strike 1, so evens it up. Second broadcast of the day for CBUS Sports Radio. Earlier, Olentangy Liberty knocked off Bloom Carroll in a pre-tournament game. 10-1 was your final in that contest. Another fastball inside edge. He's painting that corner all night, and the Orange batter's not able to pull the trigger. If you want to listen to that contest, you can go out to our archives on our webpage, cbusportsradio.com, under Archive Channel 1. So 1-2 pitch here to Shearer. Eichmann hits it on the ground. Nice play down at third base. Comes up, throws across. So Bennett over to Quentin Hall, 5-3 on the putout.
And now batting, number 8, Austin Knupp.
Knupp comes in 0 for 1. He flew out to the right fielder, Hendricks. Hendricks be playing at Edison State. Plays in right field. Like as mentioned, both these teams represented with many players that will be moving on to the next level to continue their academic and collegiate career on the diamond. Curveball and a beaut to start him off for strike 1. Agrees with the sign. He'll come set. Another off-speed pitch for strike 2 as Bryce Eichmann shades over to right center just a bit. Masters off the line fairly well, but still a good gap in left center. If Knupp can hit it, could be extra bases. 0-2 pitch. Did he chase it? No, he did not. So 1-2's your count. Top of 4, 2-1. Great ball game here tonight. As mentioned, packed house. Number 1 versus number 4 lived up to its billing. fastball stays out of the zone. 2-2 as Boston Smith unable to corral it. Coach Lottie comes over to pick it up. Umpire says, I'll get it. So 2-2 now. Over 800 fans tonight here at the stadium, at the ballpark. So good turnout for this contest. Pitch down in the dirt. That takes it to full. Nice at bat for Austin Knupp. Quality AB. So Eichmann's been able to paint the inside corner under the hands of the Pioneers batters. Let's see if he comes back inside or if he sets something up on the edge with the breaking pitch. 3-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. It was a fastball that Knupp was able to get a pretty good piece of, just not square enough. Eichmann once again looks in at Smith. He runs through the signs. Knupp up on the plate now, crowding the plate. Fastballs, he tried to sneak it under his hands once again, and he was able to foul it off. So one heck of a turnout tonight. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you tuning in down in Texas tonight. 3-2 your count. One out, top half of 4. Fastball gets it by him for strike 3.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Connor Till.
So Connor Till steps in. Eichmann rings up his 3rd strikeout of the evening. Till 0 for 1, 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch back in that 2nd inning. 2 outs now. Bennett down at 3rd, back on the turf. Fouled over the screen, straight back. Even with the bag at 3rd base, not expecting Till to lay one down here. So Eichmann once again working from the far right side of the rubber. Smith sets up on the outside corner, the right-handed hitting Connor Till. He calls time. Interesting how those pitchers will take different angles from that rubber, set their foot up so they can create the angle to their advantage, depending on what they want to throw or what the batter's going to try to do. Squares around the bunt, pulls it back, called a strike, so 0-2. Rocco Leonetti on deck for the men from Olentangy. Connor has that back foot on the line, deep in the box. Eichmann comes set. Curveball rings him up. Strike 3. So 4 strikeouts in the contest. That one looking. We'll go to the bottom half of 4. Still 2-1 C-Bus Sports Radio.
Ted's Classic Cuts Barbershop, a family barbershop conveniently located in Gahanna at 345 Granville Street, Suite B. Ted's Classic Cuts gladly accepts walk-ins and appointments. Shop hours are Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. So visit Ted, Kathy, John, or Debbie for all of your hair care needs. Call 614-337-8833 for an appointment. Ted's Classic Cuts, your family barbershop.
Armed Forces Day today. We appreciate all the men and women who have served our country. Currently, or prior to their service, thank you very much. We appreciate that. So bottom half of 4, 2-1 your score. Aviators have the lead here over the Pioneers of Orange High School out of Lewis Center, Ohio. Suburb just north of Columbus up in Delaware County. Division I power in the Central District. Number 1 seed in their tournament. Vandalia Butler, the 2 seed, behind Beaver Creek in their setup. Take a peek here in a minute, let you know where these or who these two players or teams will be meeting in the playoffs. So Cameron Hendricks, the Edison State commitment, will step in. He grounded out to Josh Lazier at second base his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Deep in the box with that back foot on the line. Fastball hits it into right field, gets it underneath Lazier's glove. So leadoff single here.
Number 10, Austin Flory.
So Flory steps in, the freshman second baseman. Hitting from the right side, he is 0 for 1. He struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. Hitting .379 on the season, 11 RBIs. Good freshman campaign, goes to bunt. Ball down low in the turf, so on the bunt attempt, trying to sacrifice his teammate over to second base. Had a nice trip over from Dublin, Ohio tonight. It took me about 55 minutes to get here. Runner goes, ball lifted into center field, hit very well. Konzak goes back. Gets underneath it, makes the catch, and Hendricks will have to trot back to first base, so 1 out in the inning.
Number 8, Kason Bennett.
So Kason Bennett steps in.
That's a pretty good poke at it, though.
Bennett, the third baseman. 0 for 1, he struck out as well his first time up. On deck, Quentin Hall, the first baseman for purple and gold. Good lead over at first for Hendricks. Ground ball, first base. Down the first base line. Runner goes from first to third as Sales gets there. Runner's going into second. Gets tagged out by Chauvin on the hip. So 2 outs in the inning with a runner at third. So a single into right field. He hit it right down the line as Shearer was coming off the bag when he was holding the base runner. Wide turn. Runner goes to third as mentioned, but Bennett gets tagged out at second base. 9-6 on the putout. So Quentin Hall, he is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Trying to push the lead here to 2 runs. Off-speed pitch and a nice one at the belt on the outside edge for strike 1. A 1 offering. Ground ball to Lazier at second base. 2 hopper. Goes quickly, gets it to Shearer. Thread is retired. 1 left on 1 hit. Score going to top of 5. 2-1 CBUS Sports Radio.
Nothing refreshes the look of your home or business like new paint. Large job or small, business location or residential. Elshire Painting Plus, efficient and professional, hardworking and friendly. Call Scott for a color consultation at 614-302-6878 or visit them on the web at elshirepaintingplus.com for an estimate. Quality painting at affordable prices. Elshire Painting Plus, trusted inside and out.
The 2021 Worthington Woodbat Tournament is just around the corner. Scheduled to take place June 17th through June 20th. Games to be played at college and high school fields throughout Central Ohio for U14 to U18 play. This event is considered the largest woodbat tournament in the Midwest, with teams participating from numerous states. We are pleased to announce that PBR will be running our showcase this year. The showcase will be held Wednesday, June 16th. Prep Baseball Report is one of the most respected independent scouting services in the country. More than 450 college and pro scouts subscribe to the Prep Baseball Report services. Registration is now open at worthingtonwoodbattournament.com. Trying to pull up the brackets here so we can go over that. Leading it off for the Pioneers. Top half of the fifth, trailing 2-1. Rocco Leonetti is going to be 8, 9, and 1, back to the top of the order. Leonetti struck out his first time up. So Caden Eichmann, 56 pitches on the night, 15 balls, 41 strikes. Talk about total efficiency. Sets up, rocks and fires, fastball outside for ball one. So Vandalia Butler, the number 2 team in Southwest 4, they'll take on the winner of number 11 Springfield or number 15 Xenia. That'll be on Thursday the 20th. I'll look at Olentangy Orange here in just a second. That fastball catches the inside corner for strike one. So 1-1. Eichmann able to even it up. Takes his time on the mound, very patient, very deliberate. Swing and a miss, fastball, he couldn't catch it. So down in the count, 1-2 now. Leonetti crowds the plate. Just a tad up in the box. Fastball chest high. Ball 2, as Boston Smith thought he had a chance to ring him up, and the umpire did not call it. So Olentangy Orange, they'll play on Wednesday the 19th, the winner of Columbus West or Chillicothe. West, the 41 seed in the Central District, Chillicothe, the 35. That game is at 5 p.m. at Olentangy Orange High School. It's a long look in, 2-2 pitch. Foul tip straight back. Was able to get a piece of it to fight it off. Sells on deck. He'll be followed by Caden Konzak. And woof if they can get to him. One hour and 17 minutes into this contest. We're into the 5th inning. 2 quality programs, quality baseball played tonight here on CBUS Sports Radio. Ground ball, shortstop. Clark corrals it, throws across, strong arm. 6-3 on the putout. Young man is impressive at the shortstop position.
The right fielder, number 1, Sam Sells.
So Sells steps in. He's 0 for 1. He struck out as well. Matchups in this top district. Canal Winchester, the next highest seeded team in the district at the 9 seed. And that is Central District 3. I'll go over the top 5 seeds for you here in just a second from the Central District, Division 1. Fastball catches the plate for strike 1. As Sells is down in the count early. Orange is your number 1 seed. New Albany, the number 2 seed. Grove City, the 3 seed. Westerville South, the 4 seed. And Olentangy Liberty is the 5 seed. Once again, long look in for Eichmann. Another off-speed pitch inside. Catches the plate, 0-2. He's doing a good job of moving the ball in and out, up and down, changing the eye level of the Orange hitters. So 1 out in the inning, 0-2's your count, top of 5. Curveball just misses, good looking pitch. 1-2 on the pitch. The count goes to. Had to be just a little bit off the plate inside, it looked like. Up in the press box, sitting just to the left of the plate. Couldn't see the umpire blocking the view, but 1-2 pitch. Foul tip straight back once again as Sells fights to stay alive. CBUS Sports Radio will be covering as many high school baseball games in the Central District Tournament as possible. We have activity down in the Olentangy bullpen. Left-hander warming up down there. So 1-2 pitch. Sells steps back in. Eisherman's ready to go. Rocks and fires. Curveball hits the corner. Strike 3. So got him looking. 5th strikeout of the night for Caden Eisherman. So Caden Konzak, the leadoff hitter, steps in. Caden 1 for 1. Hit a single to right field on the first pitch of the game and got hit by a pitch his next time up. 2-1 score, top of 5. Eisherman at 67 pitches now. Through 5, very efficient. Ground ball, curveball, as he was able to foul it off the first base side. Coach in the first base box unable to glove it cleanly down there. See if I can grab. It looks like maybe Logan, was it Logan Shear down? I can't tell. Who was warming up for the Orange Pioneers. Temperature starting to drop just a little bit as the sun goes down. 8:18 the clock here at the stadium. Ground ball, first base side foul. Once again, Coach cleans that one up. $66 now. Still a very comfortable night. Some of the fans are putting their coats or blankets on. It's still a nice night for high school baseball. So 0-2 count. 2 outs in the inning. Konzak at the plate. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Couldn't get it. So 5 strikeouts on the night. Bottom half of 5 coming up. 2-1. 3 up, 3 down. CBUS Sports Radio.
They hailed from far-flung places called Flin Flon, South Porcupine, and Thunder Bay. Some bore menacing names like Terrible Ted, Wild Willie, and Battleship Bob. 5 decades ago, this band of bladed brothers was revered by some, reviled by others, but respected by all. Their steady diet of buses, blue lines, and bruises set the course for professional hockey in Ohio's capital city. Relive the glory of the Checkers, Golden Seals, and Owls, and get a glimpse into an era that featured healthy men and ill tempers, colorful characters, controversy, pucks, pugilism. They all await in this look at International Hockey League lore. International Incidents, now available on Vimeo.com.
Just wanted to pull up the pitching stats for Vandalia Butler. Caden Eisherman, 10 games this year that he has pitched, the senior. 38 innings, 7-0, 1 save, 60 strikeouts before tonight, 2 shutouts. ERA of .55, add 5 more Ks tonight. He did give up an earned run, but a very solid season for the senior on the hill. Matt Wolf comes out for his 5th inning of work.
Number 2, the shortstop.
Matt at 59 pitches, 18 balls, 41 strikes. Fantastic pitching exhibition between these number 2 starters for both these clubs, respectively. Carson Clark, the shortstop, will step in. He's 1 for 2 with a line drive out to first base and an infield single. First pitch, ground ball, first base side. Logan Shear gloves it. They call it a foul ball, I believe, as it went off his foot. Not sure. Coach Dews, they say we thought it was a foul ball. I guess not, so they called him out unassisted. 3 at first base.
16, Boston Smith.
Wasn't a real demonstrative call by the home plate umpire, so 1 out in the inning with Logan Shear able to glove the ground out. Boston Smith steps in. He's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch, and he popped up into shallow left field. 7 home runs for the catcher tonight. as he comes in tonight, I should say. Leads the team in ribbies as well, I believe, with 38. Line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Stayed back on that nicely and just drove it between the first and second baseman.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 15, Caden Asherman.
Asherman steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out. Hit the ball to fairly deep left field. Rocco Leonetti way in, 5 feet in on the grass now, expecting the sacrifice bunt here from the pitcher. Asherman hitting .479 on the year. Runner goes. Fastball, throw down to second, not in time, stolen base. Boston Smith can really move. Not sure what he called on the pitch. Ball 1. Young man assigned to play with the Bearcats at UC. That's a strike. Wolf fires back to even it up at 1-1. Long look in once again for Matt Wolf. He looks back at second, 1 out in the inning. Smith dances off second. Batter calls time as Wolf was taking too long for his liking. So Connor Till flashing the signs. Wolf comes set, looks back at second. Rocks and fires low and outside for ball 2. Just off the plate. 2-1 is your count. 2 runs on 7 hits for the Aviators. 1 run on 3 hits for the Orange Pioneers. Runner goes to third. Throw down. Not in time. The throw was to the outside of the third base bag. Leonetti unable to make the play. Coach Tom Marker coming out to talk to his pitcher again. He's not given a good enough second look back at his base runner. Boston Smith swipes the base down at third. So first official visit to the mound in the 5th inning. Nice jump there by Boston Smith as he was able to read Matt Wolf very well, as Matt only looked back once and went to the plate, and Smith just took off. I believe that's his 3rd stolen base of the night. 1 out in the inning, runner 90 feet away as the Aviators try to push 1 more across to expand that lead to 3-1. So actually they called that a strike, so it's 2-2. So 2-2 is your count. Matt Wolf needs a punch out. Infield in on the grass. They've got to look to run back or try to cut it down. Ground ball to Leisure. He's going to take the play at first to get the out as RBI ground out for Eichmann. Infield was in, but unable to cut the plate, the run at the plate.
The left fielder, number 26.
So 4-3 on the putout.
Masters.
So 3-1 your score now, bottom of 5. Mike Masters steps in. He's 1 for 1. Single and walked, hit a hard hit line drive for a single to right field his first time up. Part of that 2-run inning in the 1st inning. Ball outside. 3 games in 2 days is starting to take its toll on my voice, folks. I apologize for the crackling. Ball lifted into center field. Caden Konzak goes back. Caden gets underneath it, makes the catch for the 3rd out. Able to push 1 across, so 3-1's your score. CBUS Sports Radio.
Ted's Classic Cuts Barbershop, a family barbershop conveniently located in Gahanna at 345 Granville Street, Suite B. Ted's Classic Cuts gladly accepts walk-ins and appointments. Shop hours are Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. So visit Ted, Kathy, John, or Debbie for all of your hair care needs. Call 614-337-8833 for an appointment. Ted's Classic Cuts, your family barbershop.
The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
You're listening to Central Ohio High School Baseball on CBUS Sports Radio.
Pioneers with two at-bats left to get back into this. Now they trail by 2, being out-hit 7-3.
Matt Wolf will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center field and to right field. So Pioneers need to get the composite swinging here to get back into this contest. Eichmann pitching a beauty of a game for the Aviators of Butler High School. So Wolf steps in. He'll hit from the right side once again. Eichmann rocks and fires. Curveball starts him off on the outside edge with a strike. Gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Outfield straight away, fairly deep. Wolf hits out of the 2 spot. 2, 3, and 4 for the Pioneers. Another curveball stays outside, 1-1. As Boston Smith looks over to the dugout, flashes his sign to Eichmann, who's still towing the rubber from the far right side. Likes that setup, gives him the arm angle he wants. Ball down in the turf, 2-1. Josh Lazier on deck for the Patriots of Orange High School. Takes his time as he steps back in. Takes a couple practice swings, comes set as Eichmann's ready to bring the 2-1 pitch. Ball lifted into deep center field, right left center field. Left fielder goes back, right fielder makes the call. Bryce Eichmann makes the play out there as the ball was lifted fairly deep into left center field.
Second baseman, number 12.
Third flyout of the night for Matt Wolf, and Lazier steps in. He's 1 for 2. Pulled the ball both sides over by the 6th position. Carson Clark threw him out one time, the other one with a line drive over Carson's head. So Josh steps in, he's ready to go. Hits from that open stance, he'll close it up upon the pitch. Curveball starts him off for strike 1. Eichmann now in center field. Shades over to right just a bit. Probably 20 feet into right field. Hits him on the inside part of the back. Third hits batters tonight for Caden Eichmann. So going to bring Cahill up, the DH.
Cole Cahill.
Cahill hits from the left side. He's 1 for 2 with a infield single and a ground out also to Clark at shortstop. Clark's made several nice defensive plays tonight. Has great range, gets to the hole deep, got a very strong arm. Most impressive play I've seen tonight, though, from him. The young man was going to his right in center field, flips it behind his back to his teammate at second base to get the force to
get Leisure to end the inning. Back in the fourth inning, I believe. Nice defensive play. So Leisure over at first. Cahill steps in, up on the plate. Eichmann comes set. Fastball in the outside corner for strike one. Still good velocity from the senior right-hander. Quentin Hall wants to talk about what Leisure's doing over at first base. Josh is taking kind of a jump lead over there. Thinks he might have the opportunity to pick him off. So stepping back on the rubber, towing it up, is Eichmann. Takes the sign from Smith after he looks at his wristband. Left-handed hitting Cahill in the box. Fastball inside, misses for ball one, so that evens it up. One out in the inning, top of six. Orange down to their last 5 outs, so they've got to get something going here in this inning. Logan Shearer on deck, throw over. Josh was able to get back in by stepping onto the bag, didn't have to go head first.
Go ahead and throw it in and with the stuff.
Looks over his shoulder, comes set once again. Leisure with a small lead. Now takes a big jump lead, back and forth, playing cat and mouse with the pitcher. Off-speed pitch outside, 2-1. Caden very deliberate on the mound, very patient. He'll move at his pace. One hour and 40 minutes into this contest. Top half of the sixth. Line drive, left field. Is that going to get down? And it does. That's going to probably, Leisure's making a turn. Top marker's going to wheel him home. Throw comes into Clark in left field. Leisure scores. Makes it 3-2. RBI double for Cole Cahill. Tom Marker not hesitating at all as he was wheeling Leisure all the way around. Makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Now batting.
Cahill did a good job of smacking that ball in the left field. Takes it to the opposite side. Matthews got over there fairly quickly, but Leisure with good speed able to score from first base. So Shearer steps in. Logan 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop-up. Grounded out to the third baseman, popped up to the second baseman. Cahill with better than average speed at second base. So Logan looking to get something on the outfield green here to try to push a run across to knot this at 3 here in the top half of the sixth. On deck is Austin Knupp. So the number 6 hitter steps in for Olentangy Orange. 2 runs on 4 hits now for the Pioneers. Cahill out at second, fairly decent lead. Ball lifted into left center field. Outfielder able to get over there. That's actually not Masters out in the outfield anymore. You guys see who that is out in left field now? Borchers? Borchers and now in left field. I'm sorry, I missed that substitution. So Caden Borchers is in left field. Made a nice play on that ball, hit into the gap. So 2 outs in the inning. As Austin Knupp steps in, Austin struck out and flew out to the right fielder. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Coach Marker will take anything here to get Cahill down to third. Ground ball, third base side. Third baseman comes up, gloves it, throws across. Nice dig by Quentin Hall. 5-3 on the putout. Olentangy Orange able to get one across. Makes it a closer game. 3-2. C-Bus Sports Radio going to the bottom of the 6th.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in Ohio are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The game is over, but this time, instead of asking how many goals did you score or what were your stats, try asking these questions. Were you a good teammate? Were you coachable? Did you give 100%? And did you have fun? Because those are the values that school sports instill in Ohio's young people, where winning and losing are secondary to the life lessons that will stay with kids long after their playing days are over. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
New pitcher for the Olentangy Orange Pioneers. Number 11, Cole Cahill, taking over on the hill. See if there are any other defensive changes for Coach Tom Marker. I'm not seeing anything. Shear still at first, Leisure at second. Actually, Matt Wolf is back over at shortstop now. His normal position. Leonetti down at third base.
Number 16, Boston Smith. Correction.
Bryce Eisheman at the plate, the center fielder. Will lead off the Eschman will lead it off. He's 1 for 2, a single and a line drive out in this contest. Single to right, lined out to left. Cahill, lefty, tosses it over to first in time. 1-3 on the put out on the tapper, back to the mound. So Cameron Hendricks, he'll step in now. 1 for 2.
Number 12.
Actually,
Morris.
have a pinch hitter here, so number 12, Josh Morris, will come up to hit for, and there is activity down in the bullpen. I was wondering about that, but he'll be hitting for Hendricks. So both these clubs going to their bullpen here. Both the starters now appeared possibly to be out of this contest. Definitely Wolf is, as he's at shortstop. So 1 out in the inning, bottom half of the 6th, still 3-2. C-Bus Sports Radio, piping our audio feed into the Aviators YouTube page. We appreciate them working with us tonight. Fastball on the outside edge for strike 1 as he swung through it. Foul ball out of play, first base side. So down in the count, 0-2 is Josh Morris as the lefty Cole Cahill working quickly here. Works from the windup, 0-2. Off-speed pitch outside, ball 1. Rocks and fires, 1-2 pitch inside, just misses the corner. 2-2. Leonetti, as he's been most of the night, 5 feet in on the grass at third base. Wolf and Leisure back deep. Little tapper, foul ball, third base side, as Morris fights to stay alive. So 2-2 count, 1 out in the bottom of 6. Ground ball, third base side. Leonetti bobbles as it comes up. It's going to be an E5. Actually, they punch him out. I'd have to double check that if I was the Butler Aviators. He looked like he beat that out.
10,
Leonetti stayed with it.
Second baseman, Austin Glory.
5-3. Nothing from the coaching staff, so from my angle, I thought he beat it out, folks, to be honest with you. But 2 outs in the inning. Swing and a miss. Flory offers at that first off-speed pitch from Cahill. Foul tip straight back into the screen. Down the count, 0-2. I believe Cahill is a junior, guys, if I remember correctly, if that's what you're asking. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Third out of the inning. Going to the top half of the 7th. 3 outs for the Pioneers to push a run across. 3-2 your score, C-Bus Sports Radio.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Ohio.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character.
Back there, that you had the radio broadcast come out. I'm like, I'm flying a tail back here, and I'm like with the volume on my phone. I'm like, oh my god.
Heading into the top half of the 7th inning. Pioneers find themselves 1 run down. Connor Till's going to lead it off for Tom Marker's Pioneers.
Leading off for Olentangy, the number 4, Connor Till.
Connor 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and a strikeout. Only his 3rd at bat of the evening. It tells you what Eichmann's been able to do on the mound. He comes back out for his 7th inning of work. 82 pitches, 23 balls, 59 strikes. Very impressed with this young man on the hill for the Aviators tonight. From the right side, Till starts him off with a fastball on the corner for strike 1. Leonetti on deck. Rocco able to grab a ball he bobbled and make the play to get the 2nd out last inning. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle off the glove. Clark comes over, makes the play. 1-6-3 on the putout. Nice play there by Carson Clark. So the pitcher able to tip that on the ground ball. 1-6-3 as mentioned on the putout. Rocco Leonetti's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Rocco will hit from the right side once again. Clark very impressive at that shortstop position. This is a very good Butler Aviator team. This 1-4 matchup is as advertised tonight. Fans getting a good look at a great high school baseball game tonight here in Vandalia. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Fastball that Leonetti could not catch.
Great ball. This last guy was great. This is even better.
So looks back in, takes his sign from Boston Smith. He sets up, looks like on the inside part of the plate. 0-1 pitch to Leonetti. Fastball stays up, evens it up at 1-1. So Eichmann out on the mound, trying to get a complete game win here for the Aviators. Fastball stays up again, 2-1. Tonight's game preview of what the state tournament's going to be like. Division I level, very packed this year. Wash Jesuit out of the north. Beaver Creek. And Vandalia Butler here in the southwest. You can't count out Xavier or Elder as well. Swing and a miss, swings through it, so evens it up at 2-2. Anthony Wayne, Perrysburg, up in the northwest central Ohio. These Pioneers of Orange, New Albany, Grove City, Liberty, Westerville South, all very capable teams. 2 versus 2 matchup tonight. So far, Eichmann looks like he might be able to get the win here. Pops the ball out of play on the first base side, so Leonetti, 2-2 is the count now. Sam Sells on deck. So after looking at Coach Marker, he steps back in. Count is even at 2-2, 1 out. Eichmann, this next offering will be his 90th pitch of the evening. Ball outside, full count. Still activity down in the bullpen for Butler. Like a tall right-hander down there warming up, just in case he's needed. So full count here. Base runners are big for Olentangy Orange. Eichmann trying to punch him out. 3-2. Fastball, ball 4. Nice at bat there for Rocco Leonetti.
And now batting, number 1, the right fielder, Sam Sells.
What is going on here? Not sure of the situation. Not sure. He said something about a dugout warning? So they called a no pitch on the play. Coach Marker coming down to get the explanation. So not ball 4. Let's see what happens here. As Coach Deuce comes out of the, actually not out of his dugout, but Coach Marker talking to the home plate umpire. So they called it, from what they're trying to explain is they called a no pitch on the play. So he wants the home plate umpire, wants to talk to the base umpire, and Leonetti goes down to first base. So let's see what they do here. So the first base umpire, Coach Deuce, comes out to get an explanation as well. So Leonetti will come back. Still full count. Not sure I've ever seen that called. So Coach Marker now heading down to his dugout. I believe he's going to talk to his players. If that is true, if they were kicking the fence, he's going to make sure that they don't do that. Full count now on the batter. This is a big pitch right here for Olentangy Orange. As Coach Deuce comes out to get the explanation from the home plate umpire. And Coach Marker talking to Rocco, pats him on the head, says, "Come on, boy, let's get this done."
With number 7, Rocco Leonetti.
So Eichmann, 90th pitch, or 91st pitch coming. Come set, full count, 1 out, top of 7. Foul tip. Rocco gets a piece of it to fight it off. Trying to get to Sam Sells and Connor Konsak, the top of the order for the Patriots. Excuse me, the Orange. Knew I was going to say that. So many teams, 4 high schools in Olentangy School District. I do that once a game. I apologize for that. So 3-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. 7th strikeout of the night for Eichmann, so 2 outs in the game. Sam Sells will come up. Sam's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in his previous at-bats. So Eichmann 3 outs, or 3 strikes away from, 3 strikes, 1 out away from wrapping this up, a complete game win. Fantastic ball game tonight. So Sammy steps in, looking for a base runner. They need to get him on board to get to Konsak. First offering, slapped foul, first base side, and just gotta car pretty solidly down on the street here. Hit pretty well. Everybody's checking to see if it was caused some glass breakage in a vehicle parked on the street. That ball was sliced foul, hard. So Eichmann steps back in. He's ahead in the count, 0-1. 2 outs in the top half of the 7th. 3-2 your score. Aviators on top of Olentangy Orange. Roxon fires. Fastball outside. So count goes to 1-1. Eichmann looks in, takes his sign from Boston Smith. Comes set. Looks like he's set up inside on the lower half of the plate. Ball lifted into center field. Bryce Eichmann goes back, gets underneath it, makes the play. Ball game, 3-2 your final. As the Aviators, the number 4 team in the state, knock off the number 1 team, the Olentangy Orange Pioneers. We'll wrap this one up on the Sankis Subway postgame show in just a second.
Butler, 3. Olentangy, 2.
The Subway restaurant, located at 8675 Sankis Boulevard, brings delicious ingredients and mouth-watering flavors and billions of sandwich, salad, and wrap combinations for you to select. An alternative to traditional fast food, we offer freshly cut vegetables, toppings, protein, and freshly baked bread to create the perfect meal with freshly baked cookies, all at a great value. Talented sandwich artists are ready to take your order in person, online, and from our Subway app. The Subway restaurant, located 8675 Sankis Boulevard.
You're listening to C-Bus Sports Radio. Central Ohio's internet home for high school sports.
Fantastic ball game tonight here at Vandalia Butler High School as the Aviators, the number 4 team in the state, knock off the number 1 team, Olentangy Orange Pioneers, by a final score of 3-2. Caden Eichmann, your winning pitcher, goes a complete game. 94 total pitches, 27 balls, 67 strikes, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Losing pitcher in tonight's game is Matt Wolf. Line score, Olentangy Orange 2-4-0-4. Butler 3-7-0-5. Very cleanly played game, as you expect from 2 highly ranked teams in the state of Ohio. Sorry about that, sir. Game time, 1 hour and 56 minutes. Safe travels to all the folks from Olentangy Orange going home. Congratulations to Vandalia Butler on picking up the win. They improved to 25-2. The Orange Pioneers dropped to 23-3. Our next broadcast will be Wednesday night over at Thomas Worthington High School as the Cardinals welcome in the winner of the Scioto Jerome game on Monday.